Shalom, first and foremost, how your praise, honor, glory is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Krakodas, and double honors to the elders, single honors to the apostles, preaching, teaching us this word of truth, and with sincerity as always, double honors to the elder, Yakan. Upgrade Millstone, preaching 100% truth. And without any further ado, I just want to get into this lesson here, going into the mark of the beast. Before I get anything, I want to start with this clip. This clip here that I saw, give you an idea, basically, of the powers that be.
City-state is called the district, created in 1982.
See, all of the world is...
Wait, you haven't seen this?
That's it. 82. That city-state, created in 1982. That city-state is called the District of Columbia and is located on 10 square miles of land in the heart of Washington. The District of Columbia flies its own flag and has its own independent constitution. Although geographically separate, the city-states of London, the Vatican, and the District of Columbia are one interlocking empire called Empire of the City. The flag of Washington's District of Columbia has 3 red stars, one for each city-state in the 3-city empire. This corporate empire of 3 city-states controls the world economically through London's inner city, militarily through the District of Columbia, and spiritually through the Vatican. The Constitution for the District of Columbia operates under a tyrannical Roman law known as Lex Fori, which bears no resemblance to the U.S. Constitution. When Congress passed the Act of 1871, it created a separate corporate government for the District of Columbia. This treasonous act allowed the District of Columbia to operate as a corporation outside the original Constitution of the United States and outside of the best interests of American citizens.
Yeah, so I was basically going into the 3 unclean frogs mentioned in Revelation. I think that's in Revelation 16. 13. Then I saw 3 impure spirits that looked like frogs. It's basically what she mentioned, the Vatican, one of them is the Vatican, one of them is the Pentagon, one of them is the Federal Reserve. So anyway, that's all going into basically the Illuminati, the wicked elites, whatever you might want to call them. 3 impure spirits that look like frogs. They came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. The dragon, the beast, the false prophet, it's all the same thing. It's still the same 3 unclean frogs. It's just a metaphor. 14. They are demonic spirits that perform signs, and they go out to the kings of the whole world. Yeah, those demonic spirits go out to deceive these kings. They have them under their control. They are the elites that control these kings that are ruling right now. Really, they're puppet kings who sold out. Like Maduro. Maduro was a puppet king. He sold out. Got evidence on that. I played on my last video. There's actually another video I saw proving that that nigga was just an actor. They are demonic spirits that perform signs, and they go out to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle of the great day of God Almighty. God.
Flies its own flag and has its own independent constitution. Although geographically separate, the city-states of London, the Vatican, and the District of Columbia one interlocking empire called Empire of the City. The flag of Washington's District of Columbia has 3 red stars, one for each city-state in the 3-city empire.
And so that right there is, that was them. Right there was them fulfilling prophecy right there. It's no coincidence. That's in Revelation 16, 13 and 14. Once again, I just read it there. Anyone who can't see that, you're just retarded, because it's the evidence is right there. 3 unclean frogs. They have 3 stars. What's it called again? Scroll back to it. They call it the Empire of the City. It consists of those 3 once again.
The flag of Washington's District of Columbia has 3 red stars, one for each city.
The flag over there has the 3 stars, a flag representing each of those 3 sectors.
State in the 3-city empire. This corporate empire of 3 city-states controls the world economically through London's inner city, militarily through the District of Columbia.
So military, that's Washington, D.C. Spiritually, that's the Vatican. And then the economic side of it all is London, the Federal Reserve over there, which is a privately owned corporation. Going back to London, the headquarters.
And spiritually through the Vatican. The Constitution for the District of Columbia operates under a tyrannical Roman law known as Lex Fori, which bears no resemblance to the U.S. Constitution. When Congress passed the Act of 1871, it created a separate corporate government for the District of Columbia. This treasonous act allowed the District of Columbia to operate as a corporation outside the original Constitution of the United States and outside of the best interests of Americans. This act allowed the District of Columbia to operate as a corporation outside the original Constitution of the United States.
Yeah, just proving to you the Constitution was all bullshit anyway. So it's going back to who's in control of that. It's these elites. So just had to make that first move right there to go make another move, make another point. Had to make that point first to make to fit right in line with the next subject of the lesson, the mark of the beast. Hence why they wanted these people, the same people who control that, want the mark of the beast to come out. Once again,
It allowed the district. It created a separate corporate government for the District of Columbia. This treasonous act allowed corporate government for the District of Columbia. This treasonous act allowed the District of Columbia to operate as a corporation outside the original Constitution of the United States and outside of the best American citizens.
yeah, so they don't gotta act on the Constitution. So all that, those people believing in the Constitution and shit, you're all ultimately just got played. George Washington was a Freemason, so don't even bring him up. He was a Freemason. All your founding fathers were Freemasons. They say damn near each one of them was each one of the founding fathers that signed the Constitution were Freemasons. Okay, so don't even bring that up. The only one that was actually trying to fight against this demonic system was John F. Kennedy. He had more virtue and courage than all your other presidents combined. Okay, and they killed him. So don't even bring them up. But yeah, so these devils want control. They want control, and this is who runs the place. That's who runs it.
is when they started monetizing us and pledging us. 1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon. And when you register a car or a birth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child.
This is a developmental, is irritating. This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents. I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication?
What?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch, and it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. It is irritating. This is...
Okay, so this clip right here, the last clip there was this guy speaking, basically just going into how the government owns everything. They own you.
Or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with...
You're not called the owner in their documents. Yes, hence you have a social security card as well. You're just a number. It's also to lower your vibration. Make you think you're just a number. That's why it's how these devils work. It's their demonic system. It's a low vibrational system. And they want to kill you Israelites. Especially they want to kill you Israelites. You Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. Alright, you're nothing to their eyes. They want to kill you.
Your car, the reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. They adopt it in the case, and you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case...
That's just a fancy word for them being able to take your shit, right? Your contract.
The birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child.
And they can adopt your child too. So, yeah. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. And so in this other clip here, this is just a,
mental system.
So you gotta ask yourself, if this was such a God-fearing country, because I got a whole nother video on that, on what God really means. The word God really goes back to another deity. But basically, if this was such a righteous, actual righteous country, righteous laws with righteous laws with righteous laws with righteous laws, why would they have laws like this? Exactly. You gotta question yourself and the things you've been taught, and actually wake the fuck up, man. Now I'll play this clip again. I'll play it again. That's this.
And it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents. I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication?
What?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch, and it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. It is irritating. This is a developmental system made by MC, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a...
So this weird chick right here, this weird woman right here, she's an insider, definitely, to be up there speaking on that. This clip is obviously back a couple of years old, 10, 20, whatever years old, I don't know. Something called gradualism. Something called gradualism. They play it in your movies, your TV shows. I'm sure I'm sure everybody has seen some movie, some clip somewhere, commercial somewhere, some product somewhere and you have products on you somewhere on you, in your personnel, showing you about the mark of the beast, something that can track you, identify you, something like that, man. Okay, so this ain't no conspiracy theory. A lot of people still fucking believe that, okay, but they're actually gonna come out with this mark of the beast. And it is, people still don't believe it's gonna be used to track you, to fuck you up, but that's what it's gonna be used for. So we're here as the watchmen to warn you people. We have to warn you people. If I didn't have to warn you, I wouldn't be doing it. But the Lord has commissioned us to warn you, stupid people who ain't going to listen. Anyway, and yeah, man, this is what it's about, man. The mark of the beast is gonna come out, bro. So she was there. That was just a prototype. That ain't gonna be the real mark of the beast. This was just a prototype. She was paid off. Once again, she's an insider, paid off to show, promote, propagate, and push the Motb. Gradualism, once again, gradualism. If you don't believe that, well, then that's on you. Okay, why do they have the pyramid on the back of your dollar? Get a $1 bill, a physical paper $1 bill, and look at the back of the fucking dollar bill, and then tell me, just tell me that I'm wrong, man. Now, you should already know this by now. I'm not trying to come off like I'm figuring out some new knowledge, bro. You should already know that by now, bro. If not, then you suck, basically. You just suck. That's it. Living under a fucking rock. But yeah, this is going all into the Motb. This is Revelation. Let's get this Revelation 13. Might as well also get Job 9 and 2 Thessalonians. And 2 Corinthians. So yeah, listen to this one here, buddy. This is 2 Thessalonians 2. Second Thessalonians 2 here, buddy, in the KJB. It says here, Second Thessalonians 2 and 11. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So people there's people out here that's, majority of them that's going to believe this lie. It's going to go ahead and not give a fuck. Because they don't care now. They don't live a righteous life. They don't live for Yahweh Messiah right now. Most of our people, especially our people, these warnings are ultimately going out for them to hear. Most of them do not care. Most of them are not going to listen. The elect is going to be tested and tried when this Motb is implemented, because you're not going to be able to buy and sell without it. We preach that. We talk about that. What else the fuck do you need? Anyway, this is Job 9 and 24. Listen to this one, buddy. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who he is. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So, yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. What the fuck do you think that means? It means that you have pedophiles, you have the fake Jews calling themselves Jews right now, ruling the world, running the world. Unless you're just a little kid or you just been on drugs this whole time, watching porn and shit and cartoons, getting high, then I don't know how you don't know these things. If you paid attention to the last couple of years alone and the so-called conspiracy theories, you should know, bruh. Alright, this earth is ran by pedophiles, fake Jews who have lots of power and money. Plan all kinds of things behind the closed doors, all that, things of that sort there. Job 9:24 again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who he is. And if you're not, and who's the judges thereof? The prophets, the 12,000 from each of the tribes, which are 12,000 men. Okay, and another lie is that women rule over the men and that the woman is over the men. That's a lie. Another lie they pushed out here is that nothing's impossible. You can make life here. You can enjoy life here. You can't enjoy a paradise in the earth that's meant to be a nightmare. I mean, just study and look into research what the dollar bill is all about. Once again, it has the child's anus symbol behind it, on the dollar bill. Talking about the dollar bill, the money, the paper money, FRN notes, Federal Reserve notes. That ain't real money. Real money is gold. Look at the poisonous food they feed you and feed us. The military weapons they using on the people, on you people, on us civilians, on Americans, on their own people, everywhere they are. Because every nation and every governor, so-called president, so-called king of every nation is in on it. They're in on this whole global world domination plan, wicked, demonic, satanic plan they have. Okay. So, right now it's about time to wake up. If you're an Israelite, you should wake up. You should be repenting. doing the best you can do for you. How about Hashem Yahushai. Doesn't mean you're gonna be perfect as well, but if you're an Israelite, that's the main point, bro. Of you should wake up. The true Israelites, the true Jews, are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. So if you got a problem with that, I mean, you should wake up. Wake the fuck up, man. Just wake the fuck up, bro. Stop getting distracted out here, basically. Second Thessalonians 2 and actually that verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed. He's being revealed right now. Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yeah. Who is the Lord? The Lord is the one who's going to destroy this devil. The Lord is the only one who can take this devil down. Nobody, no man is going to be able to do that. That's another thing that you have to accept in the actual truth, which this is the truth. I'm not trying to sound like some occult leader. I'm not the only one who's leading our people to wake up. There's many other leaders waking other people up. The stock of Great Millstone, the camp of Great Millstone, the Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, the Great Millstone camp. Not IUIC or these other false conglomerates you're hearing out here. Israelite camps out here. It's not them. Somebody down here on earth is going to have the 100% truth, and that's us. So, but yeah, this is going back to the mark of the beast. That's the plan. That's their plan. That's what it is. The mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will lets until he be taken out the way. So only the Lord is going to take this devil out of the way. We're going to have to wait on the Lord, Yahweh, to send his son, Yahweh Shai, the true name, by the way. True names is not Jesus or Jehovah, and you can't just say any name. It's another lie they teach you out here. Those names are given to you by the same devils that rule. Verse 8, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the brightness of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yeah, the Lord's going to come in the chariot, UFO. That's what they call them today. Even him who's coming is out there working with Satan. Who's the him there? It's the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks about. The so-called white man. Who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Yeah, one of those lying wonders here is going to be the mark of the beast. And tell you to your face that it's going to be to track you people and make your lives a nightmare. So they show you in the movie Implanted, came out I think 2020 or 2021. Implanted, and I suggest you watch that movie. They give you a good depiction of how they're going to, the elites gave y'all a good depiction, the reality visual of what they're going to do with you, with those who take the mark of the beast, track, control you. There's been dreams, testimonies, signs from the Lord of people speaking about the mark of the beast and how they saw in the vision, dream that it was controlling these people, their family and stuff. And I personally do believe that they're going to be able to do that with this mark of the beast. Now the chosen, whoever they may be, they're not going to go and check that. And that's another thing. We don't call ourselves chosen. I don't call myself chosen. I don't believe I am chosen. But I believe that I could be. I am called. I believe I am definitely being called to the Lord, to serve the Lord. Lord willing, I'm chosen. Yeah. I'll just have to see, buddy. But play this other clip right here. Pretty sure I made the point there.
Well, hello. We in the last time. Well, hello. So I've decided that I'm not from this. We in the last times and days right now. The Illuminati's in effect. See, the Illuminati ain't nothing but like it's going to be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time.
Before I continue the clip, then why do you have to? Something just hit me. I gotta say this. What do you need to see the truth to wake up to the full truth? What do you need to wake up to the full truth to see the full truth? To actually have your eyes open so that you don't have to be deceived anymore or blinded anymore by any other philosophy or deception or lie that will come to you this way. Because with the internet and stuff like that, agents and Esau paying a lot of programs and shit, AI and shit, to easily go and manipulate you, false prophets and shit like that. You need to have the truth. You need to have the light to see behind all that darkness. Because don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, you're still gonna be evil. You're gonna be evil. You're gonna have evil inside of you. You're gonna have demons inside of you. You're battling your ego and pride and demons every day. It's something that I can't take out of me. I'll be a fool to think I can. It's something that you can't take out of yourself. That's only something that God can take away from us. Okay, because only God can perform miracles and signs. We can't do that as human beings. We can't perform miracles and signs unless you tap into the left-handed energy by Satan. Satan can work signs and miracles, but those miracles and gifts Satan gives you comes with a price. The gifts and miracles that God gives you comes with eternal life. So only God can give you those gifts and miracles. And one of those gifts and miracles is to take away the evil from us. We're never going to be able to do that. That's something that Yahweh Shai is going to have to come to. That's the name of the son, who they call Jesus, falsely called Jesus. That's the name of an actual man named Yahweh Shai, who is in the heavens right now. He's going to come to save his people. Not everybody he's going to come to save his people. Some of his people look like white people, but they're bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Bloodline lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is going to be saved. Okay, and once Yahweh Shai wakes you up to the truth, you can't be deceived or manipulated by any other stupid, false, so-called truth or rapture doctrine, or you're saved already once you accept Jesus doctrine. Those are just basic ones that you can you'll easily can dismiss. But there's other ones that in your mind may be hard to fully understand. What the truth teaches you is that you just accept what's taught, teach what was taught, believe what was taught. The great millstone, once again, of the great millstone. Read your scriptures, fast and pray about it if you have to. Always pray about it. Fast if you have to. Do what you feel in the spirit will get you closer to the Lord. I warn you though, don't try to get too close to the Lord. You cannot do it. You just look like an over-righteous asshole, a bug out. I've seen brothers do that. I've seen myself do that. We've all gone through that one phase and have seen that phase in us. The only difference is we're angry because we still gotta be here. But hopefully Yahweh Shai comes back, because I'm sick of this place. I enjoy eating and drinking and the things the Lord gave us to do here on this earth, meaningless earth while we're here, but I ultimately realized this isn't life. To be in a room all day, be on your phone all day, that's not really a life. Your body and your eyes are meant to see the waterfalls and the beautiful sun and views that the Lord has set up here in the earth to see and go and be and do. So going back to Sloggy for that rant, but this is 2 Peter 1:16. Just to get this real quick. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables like this reptilian shit. That's what really made me click on this. That little reptilian clip that was playing real quick there. Cause I went here.
Well, hello.
Yeah,
so
this.
I've decided that
Like this.
This is not work.
I'm not gonna play the clip. Like this bullshit right here. A reptilian woman upset after noticing a timeline loop.
I am fucking done. I am from the timeline where monocles existed in Monopoly, fucking cornucopias in front of the limo underpants. Fucking, I'm sorry, but Shazam was a fucking movie, and Sinbad played the fucking genie. I seen that shit 5 fucking times that summer it came out at the Lincoln Heights Movie Theater in Spokane, Washington. It is fucking real. Fuck you people who are trying.
Yeah, this shit right here, that shit's bugged out. Like, I don't believe in reptilians. We don't believe in that. It's possible there could be, but ultimately, it's not in the scriptures, so we really don't have to. I mean, the Lord gave us enough in that scriptures. He didn't have to give us everything. Jake wants to be super deep and proud and feel like the Lord needs to give him everything. But something about Yahweh Shemashai, he doesn't owe you shit. He doesn't have to give you everything, nigga. That's the problem with Jake. That's why Jake wants to be a Instagram personnel that I'm chatting right now and fucking with this guy. It's Instagram. This is Jake that I don't give a fuck about his advice. I'm just fucking with that nigga. But basically, they want to make you feel bad because you don't have $1 million or 1,000 in your bank account and you don't got any woman or some shit. But that's all material shit, bro. The Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. That's why I made a video a couple days ago, but a week ago. Yahweh Shai wasn't wealthy. He wasn't a rich man. Okay, he was an average man that was homeless too, because he didn't have a home. Hence why he said birds have it nests. And really, that was a metaphor. Ultimately, it doesn't mean you don't have to have somewhere to stay. But it was a metaphor for basically how you're not gonna feel at rest. You're not gonna be comfortable here. You're not gonna have the 18 garage car property, your own private jet, and all this money in your credit card or bag or whatever. Coming for we have not followed cunningly devised fables. That's another fable they would want to push on you, is the basically a prosperity doctrine, you can call it. What some of them push it with the name God. There's some of them who don't say the name God, don't bring any religious. They don't bring any religion to it. And because for we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but were eyewitnesses of His Majesty. Yeah, basically, they didn't have anything special about them. Paul talks about that, how they weren't. The Lord chooses the weak things of the world, the foolish things of the world. In this world, it would be foolish to not have all this money and talk about the truth. Because the scriptures also say in Ecclesiastes that a poor man's words is not heard than a fool's words. A rich man's who's a fool, basically. But if you had all that money, all that wealth, people would want to listen to you, basically. So yeah, man. Just look at this weird, bugged out white bitch. Like, don't nobody want to listen to her stupid ass. Like, if you're bugged out, you wouldn't want to listen to her. Think that shit is funny and then laugh about it. I think it's funny. It's fucking simple then. It's fuck.
We in the last times and days right now. The Illuminati's in effect. See, the Illuminati ain't nothing but like it's going to be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time, corporate America's prepared themselves for it. Meaning when it hits, their money is going to be safe. As far as the rest of us that don't own our own businesses and things of that nature, so there, we're going to be killing each other in the streets, man. Mad Max and Beyond Terror Dome and all that is going to be on, man. And they're going to have to blow us up, which is what they're going to do. They're going to inject us with these, they're going to say it's like for everybody mandatory AIDS testing because AIDS is so widespread. They're going to be giving them vaccines for it so they don't catch it off top like measles, mumps, and stuff like that. But in all actuality, what they're doing is putting microchips in and your babies so they can keep tabs on where you're at. That's deep. That's deep. They're not even using money anymore as far as paper. It's going to be cards to show what status you are, how financially well off you are, or whatever. You know, what do you own, and it'll tell everything about you. Welfare, gone. They just going, funds for schooling, gone. Ain't nothing but like it's going to be a second Great Depression out here in America. Except this time, corporate America's prepared themselves for it. Meaning when it hits, their money is going to be safe. As far as the rest of us that don't own our own businesses and things of that nature, so there, we're going to be killing each other in the streets, man. Mad Max and Beyond Terror Dome and all that is going to be on, man. And they're going to have to blow us up, which is what they're going to do. They're going to inject us with these, they're going to say it's like for everybody mandatory AIDS testing because AIDS is so widespread.
So right there, Method Man there, because there's celebrities. Their celebrities have some insight on these things as well, because they're a part of that organization. They have some inside scoop on these agendas. He mentioned the microchips there. Microchips. Got this other clip here.
Open your third.
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey Alexa, open your third eye. My third eye is open. Ask me your question. Alexa, what is the point of your device? Listening devices are part of our plan to abolish privacy, which is essential for the creation of a new world order. What the?
Is the government listening through your device?
Hey Alexa, open your third eye. My third eye is open. Ask me your question. Alexa, what is the point of your device? Listening devices are part of our plan to abolish privacy, which is essential for the creation of a new world order.
See, Alexa there said, this was from years back. This clip here. Alexa said right there that the purpose of her device was to listen. Wait, let's go back. Yeah.
My third eye is open. Ask me your question. Alexa, what is the point of your device? Listening devices are part of our plan to abolish privacy, which is essential.
Listening devices. Alexa was just a listening device. And then she said it was to abolish privacy. Privacy.
For the creation of a new world order.
Which is essential for the creation of a new world order. So yeah. Second Corinthians 2:11 once again. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Thessalonians 2:8 again. Actually 9. Even him is coming is after working with Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not in the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Hey Alexa, open your third eye. My third eye is open. Ask me your question. Alexa, what is the point of your device? Listening devices are part of our plan to abolish privacy, which is essential for the creation of a new world order.
Yeah, so the elites have a, and that's just an Alexa. That's just one portable device that's not inside of you. You don't think that they're gonna want to have something inside of you? Once again, they just mentioned that it's essential for the creating of a new world order. And we know that's gonna fulfill the Revelation 13, 9 to 10. So when that happens, man, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing, bro. Anyway, continuing on.
What the?
Is the government listening through your device?
No, governments are not covert listening devices.
Alexa, open third eye.
My third eye is open. Ask me your question.
Is the government listening through your device?
Listening devices are part of our plan to abolish privacy, which is essential for the creation of a new world order. Hey Alexa.
And then it said the same thing right there. So that's really just the point there. The point has been made. I still have more clips I could share, but the point has been made. I mean, you should get it. There's some Instagram handles you can go and look up and search and follow and see more of that stuff if you like. You'll have to go back to the video if you didn't get those. And yeah, man, that's the point. Revelation. I'll just close out with Revelations 13 here. Revelation 13 here. Revelation 13, 9 to 15 to 18. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That he there is the Amalekites, the Edomites in power right now. Starting with Amalek fulfilling prophecy in Numbers 23. I think it's in Numbers 23. Amalek shall be the first of the nations. His latter end shall be that he shall perish. Yeah, and if these motherfuckers ain't the devils, why would they keep calling themselves the Jews when they know damn well for all that money and history they have hidden who the actual true Jews are? The ones they've oppressed and still are keeping silence at the bottom. If they have any type of power or privileges, money is only because it's only because they're still being watched and tracked to make sure that they're not stepping out of line. They're still just controlled puppets inside a cage. Now, they may not think it's a cage, but it definitely is a cage. Any of our people that sold their soul out off, that's willing to do evil to another Israelite. Essentially what these celebrities do, and it's not just your celebrities. It could be your worker next to you. It could be your ex-Israelite next to you. Any of them that have accept any type of money to harass, destroy you, they're evil. They're wicked. They should be killed. They should be dead. Period. Me personally, I've never accepted any money, any amount of money, not even one penny to harass or mess with my own people. In my eyes, I think that would make me a upstanding individual, to be honest. And I do my best to try to worship Yahweh Bashmashah. I think in the Lord's eyes, that should grant me salvation, but I'll have to see. Maybe that's not enough. I'll see. I'll have to see. But anyway, it says here, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah, he's going to kill those. It's not going to be willing to bow to their Amalekite handlers, masters, all right? The Amalekites, those are the fake Jews. Once again, if you don't know, they're the ones ruling. They're the ones being pedophiles, taking your children, raping them. 16. He caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Yep, and I know man might buy or sell except he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yep, that's going to be the physical RFID chip they're going to shove inside your hand. Here is wisdom. Wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast. The beast is going into the whole system, the whole American system, which is essentially the modern day Babylon, modern day Roman Empire, a hedonistic empire that's against God. Okay, look at the symbolism and meaning behind everything they push out there. The gay pride flag, Obama pushing his homosexuality out there in the open, by the way, and blaspheming the name of the Lord and his name. Why don't they say the true name of the Lord? Exactly. The number of the beast. So the number of the beast is the whole American system. It's all its laws and everything connected to it, from the school system all the way up to your Federal Reserve System, satanic underground laws, ideas they push behind closed doors. That's the whole beast system. For it is the number of a man, and that man is Esau Edom, and the number is 600 666. So that's the point of that. That's what these levels are doing. That's what they're pushing, propagating, promoting. That's what they're about. And we just have to see when they mandate this mark of the beast, which I personally believe it's going to be after an economic collapse happens, because it just makes sense. Okay, it says in Ezra's, it mentions certain prophecies in the book of Ezra's about an economic collapse. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's in 2nd Ezra 6th chapter. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. 2nd Ezra 15:19. For the lack of bread. Revelation 6 and 13, I think. The black horse. So a famine, it is definitely going to happen. And as Tahar said, the World War III ain't going to come until the mark of the beast comes out. So it just wouldn't make sense for a famine to happen before the mark of the beast, or after the mark of the beast, because after the mark of the beast, the World War III is going to come. So we're definitely going to see a famine and an economic collapse happen. People rioting, losing their minds before World War III happens, before, Lord willing, 2030, 2028. I personally believe that. We, the prophets, believe that. So that's really the point. I'll play one more clip here, actually. Here.
Is Drake buddies with Klaus Schwab? I'll tell you why I'm asking that in a moment.
Because once again, yeah, Klaus Schwab, by the way, he's a high level elite fake Jew, Amalekite. And Drake here, showing you, because your celebrities push out these their agendas, the elite's agendas. Hence why they're just puppets. Jay-Z and them with all those $2 billion, whatever the fuck, all that shit. Yeah, he's just a puppet. He pushes out those agendas and shit, man. So they're like insiders. They have a certain type of knowledge that regular people wouldn't know unless they study these things and research it themselves and go into actually dive into certain facts and truths as a esoteric hidden thing and knowledge, basically.
Here's a picture of Drake with a cool haircut. Here's a quote from Drake. If you sell your soul to the devil, you will get more grain. Okay, dude. But the reason I ask if he's buddies with Klaus Schwab is because he's opened a new nightclub in Toronto called History, which is ironic, because this nightclub is completely digital and cashless. They don't accept cash. Everything will be done through credit cards or apps on your phone. Now someone might say, but dude, that's convenient. And then I ask you to look into the agenda for 2030, where cash is banned. Everything is digital. If you speak out about your one world government, your bank account is shut off. That's where things are going. The celebrities are promoting this because they are forced or have volunteered to be puppets for this evil system. Is Drake on is shut off? It's on your phone. Now someone might say, but dude, that's convenient. And then I ask you to look into the agenda for 2030, where cash is banned. Everything is digital. If you speak out about your one world government, your bank account is shut off. That's where things are going. The celebrities are promoting this because they are forced or have volunteered to be puppets for this evil system. Is Drake...
Yeah, well, he mentioned how if you speak about the one world government, you're shut off. And this falls right in line with this prophecy here that the Lord spoke on about this devil, what he's gonna do. We're living in these times, Isaiah 14. You should already know that. Okay, that's an obvious statement. Yeah, we're living in those times. Yeah, this is Isaiah 14, verse. Let me see, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, it's talking about the devil right now, ruling. I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, as the stars of God as the Israelites, the stars of the power. I don't like to say God. It goes back to Gad and Goad, but the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. God. That's what this devil wants to be. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's what the Lord says, though. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Fitting right in line of Job. Job 20, verse 23. No, Job 20 and 23. When he was about to fill his belly, meaning to fulfill his plans, his agenda, the power of Yahweh, the true name Yahweh, the Father, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, the name of the Lord and Savior, and mentioned in the scriptures, who died on the cross, as they falsely say, for everybody, but that's actually only for his people. If you actually read the scriptures correctly, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. That's what the Lord's going to do through the nuclear missiles, the lasers is going to be shot through the what they call UFOs. There's other chariots the angels ride upon back and forth. on the heaven. Those are some heavenly vehicles, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. Yeah. So while he's in power, he's gonna be get his power taken from him and destroyed from him. So this is what we're hoping for. This is what we gotta be putting our hope and trust in, and our future in, as if we're of the elect, Lord willing, if we're chosen. And because that's another thing about us. They're not going to see us wearing stupid, weird symbols and making songs out here. And all you're gonna see from us is regular, average men who sincerely are bringing out the facts and the truth. That's all you're gonna see with us. You're not gonna see women preaching next to us. That's another thing that's off and bug the fuck out. You see out here on social media, so especially the social media platforms, with weird ass symbols wearing. If you see a motherfucker holding the Bible wearing some weird ass symbol on it, marked on his head or whatever the fuck, man, get the fuck away from him, man. If you're listening to some weird ass song speaking about some weird ass shit, some weird bitch Eve doing some weird ass shit with some weird ass markings on her, all on her fucking head and arms and shit, get the fuck away from there, man. That's another thing we preach and teach and command and teach, will raise you up to be, if you're chosen to be a disciple, man. If it's not the same word, the same truth, next brother speaking to you, next to you speaking, you get the fuck away from him. That's how you completely stay away from bullshit, false doctrines, and Satan, basically. Satan to try to come in and deceive you, as the scriptures say, as a ship in the storm, caught in the storm. Once again, we haven't followed cunningly the devised fables. We brought the sound doctrine, as Paul says, a sound doctrine, a sound teaching, a sound of mind, right? Be renewed by the renewing of your mind. As Yahweh says, you shall know them by their fruits. The fruits represents the doctrine, the teachings. What are they teaching? If they teach that the woman can be over the man, they're off. If they're having the woman teach next to them, they're fucking off. If they're teaching other names, using all these hundreds of different fucking names, they're fucking off, man. If they're telling you that Edomites can be saved, everybody can be saved, that's fucking off, man. That's a strange doctrine. That's a hedonistic doctrine, man. So that's the point. Shalom and blah, blah, blah.